Hey felters! In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a simple felted gnome. This is an ideal gnome design to start with if you're new to felting. Depending on the colors that you use and the way that you style it, it can be a gnome for any season. My work surface is a magic foam pad that's especially for needle felting. I'll be using some carded wool fleece and also some curly locks. A wooden skewer is helpful, and then of course felting needles. I'm using a coarse felting needle that's good for shaping. It's purple on the top. And I'm also using a fine needle, which is for finishing. This is good for smoothing out the texture of the felt. Whichever needle I'm using, I like to put it inside my grip of dreams. This is just a handle that makes the needle more comfortable to hold. If you don't have a grip, it's perfectly fine to just use the bare needle. First, pull out a skewer and lay it onto your foam. Then measure 5 inches onto the skewer and mark it with a Sharpie all the way around. I chose green to be the base color of my gnome. Now I'm going to take my green fiber and strip it down into thin strips so that it's easier to work with. Now I take my skewer and hold it so that the pokey end is poking out to the right. I want to wrap the fiber tightly around the skewer. It can be a little bit tricky to start, so what I like to do is hold the fiber with my right hand and then wrap the fiber around the skewer with my left hand. Once I get all the way down to the mark that I made with the Sharpie, I change directions and start trying to wrap it back towards the pokey end. I keep going back and forth like this, building up the thickness of the fiber. I want to build up a shape that's a cone, so you can see I stopped at the mark that I made on the skewer, and I need to add a little bit more fiber to build up the shape to be more cone-like. To begin felting, I just stab the felting needle straight into the fiber. I have to be careful not to bump the skewer too hard, so I'm felting kind of gently at this point. Okay, I've noticed a problem right away with the fiber that I wrapped up. I have kind of a skinny spot in the middle, so I'm gonna pull off a little bit more green fiber, and then see that skinny spot? I'm gonna take the fiber and just wrap it right around there to kind of bulk it up. So anytime that you notice that there's a spot that doesn't seem like it has enough fiber, you can just stop felting and add more fiber on top of it and then continue. It's super forgiving that way. So now I'm just felting back and forth on the cone, and at a certain point I flip it so that I can felt from the bottom. So my cone's looking pretty good. Now I'll pull the skewer out, and I want to smooth the outside texture a little bit. So to do that, I'll use the felting needle and just do shallow little stabs all over the cone to kind of smooth and tighten up the fibers. I'm using pink for my gnome's hat. I'll pull off a little skinny piece of fiber and wrap it around the cone. This piece of fiber will be the measurement tool for me to know how wide I need to make my hat material. I've got my hat measurement laid horizontally on the foam. Then I take thin little strips of fiber and start laying them vertically in a triangle shape to make the hat. I want to make sure to just use thin little pieces and make sure that it doesn't get too bulky and chunky. Notice for that first layer, the grain of my fiber is going vertically. Now I'll change directions and do a horizontal layer. Now I'm felting my gnome hat. I'm just stabbing the felting needle through the 2 layers of wool into the blue foam. Once I have consistent stabs all over the whole hat, I'll gently peel it off of the blue foam, flip it over, and then repeat the process. I want the bottom of the hat to have a thick, clean edge, so I fold up about the bottom inch of fiber and felt it down. The classic gnome proportion is about 2/3 hat to 1/3 base. When I'm attaching the hat, I like to hold it tightly against the cone as I'm felting it. That seems to help it have a tighter fit. You can see I'm kind of stretching the fiber around the cone as I'm felting it. Here I have about the right amount of hat material. If you have way too much, pull off the excess as you're felting it down. If you don't have enough, felt on the hat material that you have and then add loose wool fiber to fill the holes. Now I've got my hat attached and I'm going to go over the entire thing with little shallow pokes again to smooth out the texture of the wool. To get the characteristic bend in the hat, I fold it over and then spend some time felting the nook where the hat is bent over. I have to rotate the gnome in all different directions and keep it folded down to get the fiber to hold this shape. Now I want to work on the cuff of the hat. So I lay my gnome on its side and I stab the felting needle into the pink hat material. So I'm holding the needle pretty much horizontal and trying to get it to poke just into the hat, not into the green base of the gnome. I really like how that made the base of the hat more three-dimensional. Now I want to add a little trough where I can put a hat band. So I'll use the felting needle and just stab straight into the hat in a straight line. And you can see how that compresses the fibers and makes a little trough. That's looking pretty good, but I want my hat to have a little bit more of a natural look. So to make the hat kind of slouchy, I'm going to use the felting needle and felt in some ridges. I pull off a little skinny piece of fiber and roll it in my fingertips to get the fibers to draw together a little bit. Then I lay it on the hat and, holding it with one hand, felt it in with the other hand. In this style of gnome, the face is felted right onto the body. So I pull off a little piece of fleece and hold it tightly against the gnome. Then I start to tack it on with the felting needle. The goal right now is to just get that fiber attached. And now that the fiber is firmly attached to the gnome, I can go around the edges of it to clean it up. I can also do the trick of using little shallow stabs with the felting needle to smooth out the texture. The nose for my gnome is just a little felted ball. So I take some fleece and roll it up into a tight ball. Roll it up as tight as you can. Then I rest the ball on the blue foam. I like to use the skewer at first to steady the ball. That way I don't stab my finger when I'm felting something so tiny. Just stab the ball and rotate it until it's nice and dense. I'm positioning the nose right underneath the cuff of the hat. Then to felt it on, I sort of sneak my felting needle behind the nose and attach it to the gnome body. I can go back over the face or any part of the gnome if I want to smooth out the texture a little bit more. If I want to put cheeks on, I pull off a little tiny bit of fleece, wad it up in my fingertips, and then felt it on right next to the nose. Time for some eyeballs. I'm using black carded wool. I pull off a teeny weeny little wisp and then wad the black wool up into my fingertips. Then I take the wad, lay it on top of the gnome, and felt it right on. I like to use curly locks of wool for my gnome's beard, mustache, and hair. I'm folding my locks in half and then felting them right on under the gnome's nose. There's no formula for your gnome's hair. I like to just play around and see what personality is coming out. It can be fun to mix and match carded wool and locks for the eyebrows, mustache, beard, and hair. My gnome girl turned into a little garden gnome. I would love to see the style of your gnomes. Please tag me on Instagram when you post your projects. All the materials I used here are listed in the video description. Happy felting!